Welcome to week 1 of CS50P. This week focuses on conditionals in Python, which allow programs to make decisions and choose different paths based on conditions. Conditionals help us control the flow of our code and create smarter programs that react to user input and different situations. The main idea of this week is learning how to ask questions in Python and execute code based on the answers. We use comparison operators like greater than, less than, equal to, and not equal to create Boolean expressions. A Boolean expression is simply a question that returns true or false. Python then uses this result to decide which line of code should run. The most important keyword introduced is if. The if statement allows us to check a condition and execute a block of code when the condition is true. To create multiple decisions, Python provides elif. Using if, elif, and else helps us avoid repeating unnecessary checks and makes programs more efficient and readable. Another important concept is indentation and the colon. In Python, indentation defines which lines belong to a condition. Without proper indentation, the program will not work. The colon at the end of a condition is also required to indicate that a block of code follows. Another key idea is creating custom functions that return Boolean values. Instead of writing the same logic repeatedly, we can define a function like even that returns true or false. This makes the program cleaner, reusable, and easier to understand. Python also encourages writing Pythonic code, which means making the code simpler, shorter, and more readable when possible. The lecture also introduced the match statement, which is similar to switch in other programming languages. Match allows us to compare a value with multiple cases in a structured way, making code shorter and easier to maintain. Key takeaways from this week are clear. Conditionals allow programs to make decisions. Boolean expressions return true or false and control program flow. If, elif, and else help organize logic efficiently. Logical operators like and or allow combining conditions. The modulo operator helps solve problems like checking even and odd numbers. Functions that return Boolean values improve code reuse and readability. Match statements provide another structured way to handle multiple cases. Writing simple and Pythonic code is always the goal. That's it for week 1 of CS50P. If you found this explanation helpful, consider subscribing and following the journey through the CS50P course. In the next week, we will continue building stronger Python fundamentals and solving more interesting problems.